Okay, so I'm over here in Santa Ponza and I do have a festive update for you. Now it's actually feeling quite Christmassy here because it's just 14 degrees today, but we're going to take a look at the busiest side of this resort at this time of year, and also I've got a transport update for you too. So I've come down to Jaime I, which is the main road coming into Santa Ponza, and we've got a lot of people out here shopping today on the run up to Christmas. But that's not the only thing we can see down here, because there are major roadworks running right along Jaime I, right down towards the beach. And these roadworks start at around the Pirates Village area. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you're going to know that winter is the time where major renovations do take place over here in Mallorca, and well, Santa Ponza has not been let off the hook either. It's of course a much quieter time of year, but they've blocked off one of the roads actually leaving Santa Ponsa, which means that all the traffic here is being funneled down this right-hand lane. It's also going to affect the buses too if you're coming on into the resort, and I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. But you can see we've got the diggers right outside of the Pirates Hotel. Of course the hotel isn't open in winter, it's all closed up. It won't be open until I think around April or May time, but we've got some serious looks like there's some pipe work going on. Maybe they're updating the waterworks down here like they are doing in so many of the resorts. But also along this area in Santa Ponza, we're seeing a lot of restaurants open too. Down in the main resort, a lot of restaurants have actually closed now, and the pubs as well, in the tourist centre. But over here in Santa Ponza, you're going to find many of the businesses, or most of the businesses, open. If you check out my video from the summer, right at the end of Jaime I, right behind me there's a huge Eurosky supermarket, and that's really the big draw for people coming into Santa Ponza during the winter months, as well as these businesses which run down Jaime I along this main road that runs more or less up to the beach. So we've even got clothes shops open here, we've got some little boutiques over here in Santa Ponza. But another reason for my visit down here today is actually because there's a jewellery shop which I want to go to, because I always try and pick up something for my daughter every year, and we're going to head to that in just a second. Now, like in just about every single resort in Mallorca over the winter, you're going to find many of the Asian restaurants, so either Japanese, Chinese or Indian restaurants do tend to stay open over here. Throughout the year, you're always going to find somewhere to eat in resorts, as well as a few Spanish options too, which more or less brings us over to the bus stop. Now, if you watch my update from just the other day, you'll know that the A11 bus is now running from Palma Airport all the way down to Portals Naus, to Palma Nova, to Magaluf, and down here to Santa Ponza and Pugera. And of course, that with one road out of action here, you're going to wonder where to pick up the bus if you're going back to the airport. Now, if you are coming into Santa Ponza, you'll be coming down Jaime I, and you'll be getting off the bus here quite probably if you are coming in. If you're going back to the airport, you need to pick up the bus as well from this very same spot, because of course the stop, which is across the road, is now out of action until these works have been done. So I double checked with the TIB bus office just across the road. The bus going into Palma leaves from this bus stop, and you need the 103. If you're going to the airport, it's the A11, and both of these buses go from this bus stop right here until these works have been completed. But we're not going to hang around here. We're actually going to head round and do a quick little bit of last minute Christmas shopping. And actually, just for reference as well, you're going to see some of the cafes are open here around the main roundabout as you come into Santa Ponza too. But you can see I'm heading towards the Royal Paola jewellery shop. It's right in front of the beach. It's right up by the roundabout. I know many of you know it, but in my opinion, it's one of the best places to come and get some really lovely jewellery. If you've got kids as well, they've got a great line in gold and silver, silver plated. They've got some Pandora jewellery in here as well, but I'm going to go and pick up some earrings for my daughter who got her ears pierced just a few months ago. Now, just looking over at the Roadworks, I was actually down here a few days ago and I can see that they have progressed quite a lot, so I can't imagine they're going to be going on for too much longer. But then again, who knows? This is Spain. But just looking around the plaza here, just looking around this central area, you can see we've got quite a few shops open in the Centro Comercial. We've got quite a few cafes. And we also have another couple of options as well around this main roundabout area where you're going to find the bus stops too. Now, right in front of me here, you can see the Andratx bus stop, the buses that go down towards Andratx, and the little TIB bus office as well. Look, you can just see a little mobile unit there if you want to go and chat to anyone about where to get the bus. But it's in this area here where we're going to find a few other places open. I've got an Italian here, which is open. They also do ice cream, I can see, and pastries, as well as the Godfather, the Padrino restaurant too. And I can see a little cafe on the corner here. So there is actually plenty open in this area if you want to grab a bite to eat or you want to grab a meal. Okay, also worth noting is that Harry's Bistro is open. But anyway, come on, let's walk on down to the beach because we're going to talk a little bit about the season opening over here in Mallorca in the first part of 2025. But just check out Santa Ponza beach today. Look, we've got all the fences up now on the beach, keeping the sand on the beach. But it's also providing a nice little sun trap and a windbreak for some visitors that we have down here. And as we come down onto the main beach, look, you can see that these fences have actually been doing their jobs quite well. They're keeping the sand on the beach at least. We have had quite windy weather over here for the past few days. Now, don't forget, I'm going to be back down here. We're going to find out what's open when as we move on into the springtime. Hopefully there are going to be plenty more choices of places for you to eat at and drink at if you're coming over here for a pre-season break. But anyway, let's just get some views of the beach because we're going to head on back up to Jaime I. We're going to take a look if there are any other restaurants open just behind me on this main area down this side of the beach. And don't forget, if you want to catch my other video as well from the other side of the resort, which I filmed a few weeks ago, I'll pin that in the description text below this video. So you'll remember what a hive of activity these restaurants were during the hot summer months, but I'm not sure we're going to see very much open today. Just coming up back onto Jaime I, I can see a lot of tables are stacked just outside the Portofino Apart Hotel. But it does look like some of these restaurants are indeed open, which is fantastic to see. This is my favourite value eatery here. Look, Virtuous, I think it's called. Virtuous Burger. It's very much open. Little takeaway place. I do believe many of these places are owned by the same people in this little strip here coming down. And look, looking to my left here, we've got the Mercadal del Mar, and that's looking pretty open as well. Look, they've got the tables set up as well. If you are thinking about staying in Santa Ponza, go and check out some of my previous content from over here. Got some amazing views from this side of the resort, from the restaurants which line the water. Now, are we going to see much more? Let's go and have a look. Don't forget too, I'll be back here to film a live stream at some point as well, probably a little bit nearer when things start opening up again. But as we head out from the centre of Santa Ponza, it's looking just a little bit quieter. Another restaurant which is open, which is great to see, and this is open all year, is the Balcón de Maria. There are a couple of entrances here, and you can just get an idea of how lovely it is. You can just see the sign here. This restaurant is open 365 days of the year. It's often very hard to find places that are open all year, particularly during the holiday season, but this is one of them. But look at the views from over here. I absolutely love this area. Look, check this out. And look, you've got some amazing views of the beach too, and right across the resort. It is, however, and I have to say, it is in the shade, so it is a little bit chilly. It's not quite as warm as it is during the summer, obviously, so make sure if you're coming down and you are sitting out, come down and get wrapped up. But I do see that they've got fires lit, and they've also got an indoor section too, and a kids play area, which is perfect for families. Anyway, come on, let's head on back up to the high street. Now, as we come up to the roadside here, it's just getting quieter and quieter. We're going to finish this video down on a little secret piece of coastline which I always like to film from. Just give you some lovely sunny views from today. And look, you can even see a little cafe open across the road too, as we're heading almost out of this side of Santa Ponza on the way to the marina and the lookout. Okay, so that's what Santa Ponza looks like today. Now I have to say I'm absolutely freezing, my hands are almost numb, but in the sunshine it is rather nice. So don't forget, bear it in mind, if you are coming over, just make sure you wrap up warmly. Now also in this area, if you are visiting, don't forget there's this San Morisca Natural Park. There's this little archaeological site. It was actually one of the first videos I made from over here in Santa Ponza back during pandemic days, so if you go through back my library, you're going to find that video, and I might just drop a link to it below. Makes me cringe when I watch it, but if you are over here on holiday, it's a nice walk up there, and of course you get some absolutely amazing views over Santa Ponza just from the little hilltops over there too. But in the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and I shall drop a couple of videos both here and here, which you also may find interesting here on YouTube. Okay everyone, don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.